boys and girls. Today we're gonna talk about food and what processed food means. That's why I have a factory. I want to show you what happens when some natural products go into the factory. Okay? Look here. A strawberry is going into the factory. But what comes out? Marmalade, right? So marmalade is made from strawberries, right? A strawberry goes in and the marmalade goes out. Okay? But that's not the only thing or food that is processed. Look, here I'm gonna put some olives. They're gonna go in the factory. And what is going to come out? Olive oil, right? Olive oil. So, olive oil is made from olives. Look here. A coffee plant, coffee grains are going inside the factory. And what comes out? Coffee, right? So, coffee is made from coffee plants and that have coffee grains. Okay? Let's see what else goes inside my factory. Some wheat is going inside my factory. And what is coming out? Bread. Yeah? You know that bread is made from wheat. Okay. What happens if a sardine goes inside my factory? What's coming out is this sardine can, right? With the meat of the sardine inside. So, that's natural and this is produced. Okay? Let's try it one more time with grapes. Grapes go inside my factory. And what comes out? Wine. Wine is made out of grapes. Grape is the natural product and wine is the processed food that is made, okay? One more. We're gonna put the sugar cane inside my factory. And what comes out? Sugar, right? So, this is the sugar cane, a natural product. And what comes out? The sugar, which is a processed food, okay? So, let's see if we can review what we just saw. Look, olives come from a plant, yeah? So we have the plant. The olives are the natural product from the tree. And the processed thing we get once we go into this olives go into the factory is the olive oil. Another example is what we had from the sardine. Here is the fish. We get the sardine meat and the processed product would be the sardine can. With the tomato is the same thing. Tomatoes come from plants. Here is a tomato in its natural form. And then when it goes to the factory and it's processed, we have ketchup. With the fruits, something similar happens. Here, I can take apples, oranges, cherries from a tree. And that is their natural state because I didn't do anything to the fruits. But when they go to the factory, we can make juices or marmalades. with the wheat is what I showed you. The wheat, here we have it in its natural form. Then it goes processed to become flour. And with the flour, we make even more processed things like cupcakes or cakes or bread. Here, we have the pig. We get the meat from the pig, and then we get the hot dogs and the ham as the processed food. And right here, with the cow, it gives us meat, and the meat is processed and turned into hamburgers. With the sheep, we can have its milk, and then if we process it, we have cheese or yogurt or desserts. Okay? So, all of these things that I'm showing you right here can be considered food in its natural element or natural food. Okay? Look, the strawberry, we didn't do anything to the strawberry. It's still on the plant. The olives are still on the plant. The sardine is the animal itself and we didn't do anything to it. Then we have all of these that are natural. They're still in their plant or animal form. Okay? And this second row is the line for the processed food. All of this here can be considered processed food. Yes? Why? Why is it processed food? Because the factory has played a part in it becoming this way. See? This is the natural shape, form of the food. Then we have the factory. This goes through the factory. And then we get the processed food. So, let's see if we remember what we get when we pass this food through the factory. The sugar comes from the sugar cane. Yes. The wine comes from the grape. This canned fish comes from the sardine. The bread comes from the wheat. Coffee comes from the coffee plant. Olive oil comes from the olives. Marmalade comes from the fruits. And the flour can come from quinoa, and that's called quinoa flour. Okay? So all of these are the natural food, and all of these are the processed food that go through the factory where people do something to it. Okay? Okay. I think you understand very well the difference. So we're gonna go and do our homework. Okay? Open your books on page 140. And then we are going to see that we have many things here. We're going to trace the name in Spanish, okay? Like grape is uva in Spanish. We write uva. A can of sardines is called lata de sardina. You trace it. The broccoli is called broccoli in Spanish. The butter is called mantequilla. The bread is called pan, so you trace pan. And the apple is called manzana, so you trace it. Okay? And now you're gonna grab a color and you're gonna say the grape here, natural or processed? And we're going to decide if it's natural or processed by looking once again at my cards, okay? So, if it was natural, it would be the grapes. And if it's processed, it would be the wine. So, since we have the grapes, it's going to be natural. Okay. With the sardine, the same. Here we have the can. So natural would be the sardine and processed would be the can of sardine. Here we have the can. So it's going to be processed, okay? You do the same thing with the broccoli, the butter, the bread, and the apple, okay? That is going to be your practice page. And then here we're gonna go to page 144 and you're gonna get your blue and green color, okay? If it's natural food, you're gonna paint green. If it's processed food, you're gonna paint it blue. Okay, so watermelon, natural. Soda or juice is gonna be processed, so blue. Here, the carrot is natural. Here, the cereal is processed. Okay, so you're gonna color red or blue or green according if it's natural or processed. Then you're going to cut all the products and you're gonna glue on one side natural, all the green ones, and in another side all the processed or blue food you have, okay? That will be. Today we learned about natural food and processed food. Bye.